Don't forget to come out to the game for calendar day.
All of these dreams that you done made true. All of these things that you done made.
Or on the team's website.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Nightfall in the Windy City. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played. Plenty of time to turn things around.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Labissiere out there with Hunter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Young. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard. And for Chicago, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far in what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Just 4 to shoot. From about 16, Labissiere, no good. Levine passes to Best. Satoransky with it. And it's Carter missing.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's Capella. Pass to Bembry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Heat. Rebounded by Capella. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Hunter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
And he sinks the second. And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
Here's Levine. And the layup's good off the glass. Levine's got 5.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Capella. He had 22 points in the win against Miami.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
On its way from Young for 2. Jump shot is good.
Multifaceted as Trae Young may be, everything still starts with that jumper.
Satoransky the pass to Best. Inside. Carter down low. Capella's there. Passes it to Best. Bulls moving the ball around to the left side wing. For 3, Levine. Atlanta with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Young.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Here's Hutchison. Out left to the wing. Carter right side. The pass to Hutchison from deep. That shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
And the foul called on Labissiere. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Outside, Levine. Back to Satoransky. Down low, here's Best. It's rebounded by Labissiere.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Kept alive, Capella, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Atlanta, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game. And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Levine passes to Best. Can they get it? That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to serve. The floor.
Pass to Labissiere. He dishes it to Hunter. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Levine passes to Best. Satoransky looking around. Pass to Hutchison. Launches it. Atlanta with the rebound.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Young's shot is off.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Lob pass to Capella.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Lloyd Pierce. There are few players more gifted athletically than Zach LaVine. Coach made it clear their focus is trying to contain him offensively. Good luck with trying to keep him between the ball and the basket.
Thank you, David.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
And here is Satoransky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Best. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young. The Bulls shooting their first free throws here for the night. The first free throw is good.
And the Bulls had Boylan step in as an interim coach last season, Smitty, but decided to give him the keys to the car this year as well.
A surprise move as Boylan immediately was at odds with the players. Management sided with the coach. Interesting message to send to a young team looking to develop.
And White kicks to Valentine. Here's Best. Dedmon defending. And the Bulls with another miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And good that time.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes it to Valentine. Here's Best. Here's White. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Carter with it. Now defended by Markkanen. And it's Carter missing.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
To the paint. Stolen by Carter. To the middle. He's looking for Teague and finds him. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Look at the explosiveness from the little man. Teague just rises up and never stops.
Best passes to Markkanen. And White kicks to Porter. Here's Best. Dedmon defending. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon. Hard to get your shot over that.
That's good from Teague on the assist by Carter. And it's a 7-point Atlanta lead. Chicago's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Best passes to Markkanen. The shot from the low post is good.
Everyone knows about Markkanen from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
Atlanta leading by 5. Teague deciding where to go with it. There's the pass to Reddish. Count it. Good. Reddish has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And last year a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Young. He's checked in for the Bulls. Bulls trail by 7. And White kicks to Porter. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Valentine. Defense is right there from the line. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls.
Doesn't get exactly the screen he wants, but turns out he doesn't need it.
Teague with the ball. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. And it's denied. Porter against Teague. Outside White. The feet. Ends up going with the new group. Atlanta with the ball. On the court right now for the Hawks. Bembry out there with Young. Then it's Labissiere. Then there's Hunter. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Here's Bembry. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Bulls trail by 9. Now Satoransky lays it up and banks it in.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Pass to Labissiere. Back to Young. Dishes to Labissiere. Capella, the pass to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Poked loose. Stolen by Satoransky. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Here's Levine, and then Levine with the jam.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Here's Bembry. He had 10 points in the win against Miami. Here's Young. Takes it off the glass. Young's got 8 points.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Bean passes to Best. There's the dish to Carter. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And Labissiere has tremendous concentration getting the shot to go even with the contact.
Murray's checked in for the Bulls. Some players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys you just, some people love him and some people hate him.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
Both free throws good from Best. Now with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you have the young nucleus in place, you add the veterans.
It's stolen by Capella. Passes it to Hunter. Now here's Labissiere. He's guarded by Best. Shots good from Young.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Here's Best. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
That free throw missing. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core, have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And he's good on the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Satoransky in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Satoransky's got 7.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Satoransky against Young. The pass to Capella. Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. Pass to Bembry. Shoots a three. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. Bulls trail by 8. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. The league's long-distance Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You take a look at Young. And at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly on All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Showing that electric speed and quickness, Levine pushes the action, draws contact. And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
And he makes the first. And for LaVine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. And that isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Second free throw, no good. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
And one thing that held the Hawks back last year, all the mistakes.
Yes, last in the league in turnovers, second to last in personal fouls. They were one of the youngest teams last season, and it showed. But you have to have more discipline to win games, which is why they only won 29.
The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the board. 5th best, Clint Capella.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Satoransky, the pass to Best. To the inside. Here's Carter, and he lays it straight in.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Feeds to Labissiere. Yep, it counts. Labissiere's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Satoransky. Now here is Carter. Kicks it to Murray. Here's Best. 4 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. It's good from long range. Satoransky's got 10 points in the quarter.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Young dishes to Labissiere. 1:19 left to play in the first half. Young with no one around. Another three for Atlanta.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Murray the pass to Best. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's Carter missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Inside, Hunter. It's good. Hunter's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Levine. And the shot is good. 13 points in the game.
The question for Zach Levine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Here's Bembry. He's got 5. The kick out to Young. But they recover it.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The pass to Best. Now Satoransky to the paint. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Best.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Now, here is Young. Shoots over Satoransky. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks on top, leading by 9. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Bulls trail by 9. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Then there's Carter. And it's Best in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that. But I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season, and they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hoped for going into the year.
Chicago with the ball. 8-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Scalabrine. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continue to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Down low. Can't get it to fall.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And that one, good. Best's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. 5 on the clock. Here's Carter. And Capella sends it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Hawks leading by 6. Young taking his time here. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Bembry. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Hutchison passes to Best. Now here's Satoransky. Defended by Labissiere. Bulls moving the ball around. Carter. And it's Chicago scoring again.
The versatility of Wendell. He can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
Pass to Labissiere. The 3 connects from three-point range. Bembry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. They trail by 7. To the paint. Best can't hit. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Young with the basket on the assist by Hunter. 18 points for Trae Young.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
Hutchison rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now here's Hunter. He's covered closely. Excellent D there from Best. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Clint Capella. For Chicago, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one.
You look at the Atlanta Hawks offense, so much is generated outside in. 3rd in the league in three-point attempts last season. Of course, some of that was the addition of Trae Young.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lowry Marketing comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's wide in for Satoransky.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Back to Levine. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Best. He feeds it to Markkanen. Leaps for it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Chicago making some changes. Porter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Levine.
Denzel Valentine.
Young against White. And Young kicks to Bembry. And Porter comes to help. So the wing on the left. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bulls trail by 10. Back to White. To the middle. And stolen by Dedmon. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Hunter. Lays it up off the glass. Hunter's got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Markkanen inside the line. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The shot's good from Carter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
White the pass to Best. The feed to Markkanen. Outside White. Here's Best. Dedmon defending. Just 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Valentine. Hits the three-point bomb. Valentine's got 5 points so far.
There was a hole in the defense, and the offense did a brilliant job to get an easy bucket out of it.
Young pass to Carter. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Dishes it to Markkanen. Dedmon with the block. Bembry the pass to Hunter. Can't connect from short range. Bulls trail by 13. Here's White. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. White's got his second bucket tonight. Atlanta's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter.
We see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the 3rd and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
On the court for Atlanta, we've got Labissiere. Teague out there at Denver. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Reddish in at the small forward position.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Best passes to Satoransky. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. Free throw good, Satoransky. The Hawks leading by 19. Outside Teague. The shot missing. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's the 3rd of 4 straight played at home.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Pass to Bembry. Switch. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
In the corner, it's Levine. And the Bulls, another 3.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Pass to Capella. Here's Bembry, guarded by Levine. 14 feet away. Bembry misses. Bulls trail by 16. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
And here is Teague. Three-pointer. Rebound by Best. Best's got his 5th rebound in this one. Carter outside. Passes to Best. Labissiere brings the double team. Back to Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Levine for 3. They get it back. Here's Best. Here's Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Sunday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town.
And looking at that Jazz matchup, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Bembry kicks to Labissiere. Feeds it to Hunter. Satoransky against T. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And Levine throws it down.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Atlanta calls timeout. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Skal Labissiere.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Bembry the pass to Capella. Nice D from Best. Now the Bulls with it. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. And Capella over to help. Takes a three. The shot by Satoransky, no good. The Hawks leading by 8. Hunter with it, inside. Lets it go. Capella, that's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
The pass to Labissiere. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 11. To the inside. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 29 in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Teague. Hutchison with the rebound. Hutchinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Best's shot is good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Outside Teague. To the middle. And there's Labissiere. That's good on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Levine. Here's Best. Pass to Carter. Here's Best. Capella covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Best passes to Levine, and he converts the layup. Levine's got 31 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Atlanta calls timeout. Trae Young, he's checked in for T. This year kicks to Hunter. Here's Young. And the shot is long.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Labissiere brings the double team. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Young against Satoransky. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 30.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Levine. Now Hunter to the paint. Shot clock at 5. Basket good. And it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity. And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Labissiere. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Gotta admire the heart of Labissiere. Underneath the bucket, just working whoever is on it.
And the second of 2 is good. That stretches their lead to 8. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
The Hawks leading by 8. Pass to Capella. Now, here's Hunter. Not a lot of room. He feeds it to Labissiere.
And love how Labissiere goes into the defense with no fear. Shows just how confident he is in his ability.
And he makes both free throws. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And it's Carter missing. That one misses. Good work defensively by Capella.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Atlanta.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
I think one of the keys that helped them tonight was the big-time performance for Skal Labissiere.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Best. Over Labissiere. Best can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot.
Takes this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
You're asking me? I'm all for it.
So, 3 things. First of all, you only wear Jordans, obviously. Second, Jordan is an iconic brand. Iconic silhouettes, iconic athletes. You've always loved the shoe. Speak from the heart, your own personal narrative.
Sure.
And third, see if you can work in something about flight, Air Jordan, right? Engineered for flight.
I like that.
People love to fly, that kind of thing. Sound good?
So I just drop that stuff in whenever I can?
As naturally as you can, whenever you can. Above all else, we just want you to be authentic, man. Just be yourself. You'll be great.
For sure. I'll see you later, Don.
All right.
Okay, we are now joined in studio by a very special guest.
The studio's buzzing here,
Exactly,
Hank.
it sure is. Yeah, you know him as the freshest face of your favorite basketball team, but around here we just call him Che. And Che, welcome into the show. It's great to have you here. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so you are essentially brand new, and you're pretty new to the league. What is it that you think is your favorite part about going pro so far?
I don't know if it's the best thing, but, you know, getting a pair of Jordans whenever I want to is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, it was a real privilege to get new pair of kicks. So now getting a pair of Jordans whenever I want to, man, it's truly a blessing.
Yeah. Are you what Hornet would call a sneakerhead?
Yeah, how fresh are your kicks, bro?
Hey, I don't know about a sneakerhead, man. Like, I just rep Jordan, man. That's my squad, so, yeah.
So, Che, is there anything you're especially looking forward to in your first season as pro?
Yeah, you gonna buy a boat? A yacht. Gotta get that yacht.
You know, I'm real geeked about getting the new Jordans as soon as they drop, man. You know, I'm a big Jordan guy. They're iconic, they're classic. You know, MJ's one of my favorite players, so to be able to get these shoes, I don't have to wait in line, is so dope.
Flavor on his feet, and he can't be beat. I sang that one.
Wow.
Sound good.
Oh, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm told we have time for one more question. So, Che, who would you say are your basketball heroes?
Okay, well, how much time we got?
Well,
Not much, Jay. Keep it moving.
gotta go.
Okay, well, real quick, I'm gonna have to go with Kobe, MJ, LeBron. You know, I'm a big fan of the legends, so those guys who I, you know, aspire to be.
Che, that's all the time we've got for you today, but thank you so much for joining us here, and good luck to you on the rest of your season.
Congrats on all the success, Jay.
Hey, man, Hank and Hornet, you guys are the best, man.
Oh, I love that. Cart that up. So next on Hank and the Hornet, we'll be taking your calls.
Ooh,
Stay
always
tuned.
a risky proposition, Hank.
Certainly is. But first, a word from our sponsors. You need some cash out of your house? How about a reverse mortgage? They can set you up at Walker & Associates.
Hey, look, I was house poor before I called them. Now, house rich.
Wow. It's one phone call that does it all. Walker & Associates will set you up with a little bit of money coming your way out of your house.